So as you're learning about the accelerated payoff strategy, aka using a HELOC to pay off your mortgage faster, you may have encountered a video or two that suggests that a mortgage uses amortized interest, whereas a HELOC uses simple interest, and that is the reason why a HELOC is able to save more money. But what if I told you that both a mortgage and a HELOC both use a simple interest calculation? So then you're wondering, if both use simple interest calculation, how is it that with the HELOC, we're able to save more money with the accelerated payoff concept? So here in this video, I'm gonna break down as to why the simple interest calculation on the HELOC works differently than a mortgage interest calculation, and how you're able to take advantage of the difference to be able to save more money using the HELOC. And of course, I'll explain everything in layman's terms, simple and easy to understand, and I'll even use some visual illustrations to help you understand the difference. By the way, my name is Sam Kwok, one half of the Kwok Brothers, certified financial education instructor, a serial entrepreneur, and I've been teaching this concept, the accelerated payoff concept, for nearly a decade now. And I'm probably one of the YouTubers that's been around for a while teaching this concept. And through teaching this concept, my company Accelerated Strategies is A+ rated on Better Business Bureau, and we're rated excellent on Trustpilot. So don't worry, everything and anything I share, I do my best to give you the most accurate and helpful tips and information. So let's get this one out of the way and say that both a mortgage and a HELOC uses simple interest calculation. There's no such thing as amortized interest. It's simply simple interest calculation in which the mortgage is paid off in an amortization schedule. And you may have even found my previous videos where I mentioned using the word amortized interest, and I'm here to correct that and say there is no such thing. Both HELOC and a mortgage uses simple interest. But then what is the difference that makes the HELOC so special? Is it the interest rate? Is it the revolving? Then what is it? Well, it has to do with the balance of which the simple interest applies and the timing of that balance. And let me show you what I mean. All right, so here's a very simple illustration as to how the simple interest is applied to mortgage interest calculation. So with the mortgage, it uses something called monthly accrual interest calculation, as opposed to with the HELOC, it uses daily or average daily balance interest calculation. And you'll see the contrast in just one sec, and we'll show you how the contrast is used to ultimately save us money. So with most mortgages, it uses monthly accrual, and the mortgage interest calculation is pretty simple. We take the ending or unpaid principal balance times interest rate divided by 12. So we would typically take the interest rate divided by 12, which gives us our monthly rate first, and then multiply that to the ending or remaining principal balance on our mortgage. So in this illustration, what I'm trying to show you and demonstrate is that let's say we have a $10,000 mortgage balance with a 6% interest. That's our annual percentage rate. Most interest rate is expressed on an annualized fashion. And let's say we make a one-time $1,000 principal payment, okay, on this particular day, on this calendar. And as a result of that, we end up with a $9,000 ending balance with a total interest of $45 that we pay in the subsequent month. So not for this particular month, we will pay the $45 of total interest next month. By the way, you're more than welcome to walk through on the calculation with me. So the math is simple, 6% divided by 12, because that's how many months are in a year. Multiply that by the $9,000, the ending unpaid balance, the principal balance, and that should get us the $45 total interest number. Now, the red X is there just to show you that lenders do have a cutoff date in which if you make any extra payment or additional principal payment to your mortgage, they will factor that into the final ending balance calculation. So in other words, if you make any extra payment excess of what is required, say on this day and this day, or even this day over here, the lender would take that amount and credit towards the ending balance for this month, and therefore affecting the interest calculation for the next month. But if you make the payment, let's say over here, or anytime after the red X day, the lender and the creditor will not factor that into the ending balance calculation. Rather, it will factor into the next month as a extra payment essentially to the ending balance. So it does depend on the lender and the bank as to when that day is. So be sure to ask your mortgage lender or the servicer, and they'll usually let you know. So that's the fundamental as to how mortgage interest is calculated. It's a monthly accrual, and we're using simple interest to calculate on that. All simple interest means is that we're taking the interest being applied to the outstanding balance. That's it. Okay. Now, on the flip side, let's go and take a look at a typical home equity line of credit, or just about any line of credit that uses daily interest accrual for the calculation. Again, we're still using simple interest to calculate the interest, but it's about the balance and the timing of that balance that matters, right? So same parameter, $10,000 starting balance, 6% interest, same ending balance at $9,000. And again, what we're looking at is the HELOC, or the line of credit calculation scenario. So let's go and take a look at this, okay? The primary difference between a mortgage versus a HELOC when it comes to the interest calculation is that with the HELOC, the interest is calculated on a daily balance. So the way it works is that depending on what that balance is for that specific day, interest is also being calculated for that specific day. So if we're starting out with a $10,000 starting balance, the way that interest is calculated is we take 6% divided by 365 days instead of 12 months, because we're calculating the interest on a daily basis. We're taking 6% divided by 365 days times the daily balance for that specific day. So on the very first day of this month, we're starting out with the 10,000. And so the result of the calculation is $1.64. That's the interest we pay or accrue that specific day. Now, this isn't compounding, by the way. It's not $1.64 added to another $1.64, and then the interest is calculated on that. It is accrued daily, but paid monthly. So no, interest is not compounded daily. That will be horrible, because that means that we would end up with a larger interest bill at the end of the month. So it's not compounding, okay? Just remember that. So $1.64 every day, all the way till, just like the mortgage example, okay, we make a $1,000 principal payment on this particular day right here, and that subsequently lowers our daily balance on the HELOC, which means that the interest is accrued on a smaller balance, right, or decreased balance. So that ends up calculating a less of an interest amount, $1.47, as opposed to a $1.64. Does that make sense? So lower the balance, the lower the daily interest cost. And it stays that way all the way to the end. And our ending balance is exactly the same, $9,000. And when we add up all the interest costs as a sum of the entire month, we end up with $46.48 of total interest. Now, you might look at that and go, Sam, that's a little bit more in terms of interest cost compared to the mortgage. I don't see any savings there. Well, it's because we're not taking advantage of the average daily balance reduction on the HELOC. If we go back to the mortgage example, we're only paying $45 of total interest. Whereas with the HELOC, if we treated it like a mortgage, we would end up paying $46.48. So about $1.48 more. But what if we were able to lower the daily balance, the average daily balance overall, to reduce our interest costs? So same parameter, $10,000 starting balance, 6% interest, same ending balance at $9,000. I have not changed any of those parameters, but you might see something that's a little bit different. Instead of just making that $1,000 principal payment to reduce the balance, what we're doing is we're going to use our entire paycheck to be able to reduce the balance of the HELOC. But when we need to take the money out for expenses and just everyday life, we're able to do so with the HELOC. Now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a different scenario, and this is where the advantage of the HELOC can be. Same starting balance, $10,000, same exact interest rate of 6%, and exact same ending balance at $9,000. I have not changed any of those parameters. They're all gonna remain the same. But what happens in the middle is where the quote unquote magic happens, okay? It's not magic, it's just math, right? Instead of doing a one-time $1,000 principal reduction payment, we are instead going to use our entire paycheck to lower the average daily balance, or the daily balance, so that it results in lower interest costs on a daily basis. So here's what that could look like. We're gonna assume that we get $5,000 as our paycheck every single month, and we're paid on the 1st and the 15th, all right? So to simulate that, let's say on the very first day, we have our $2,500 paycheck that's gonna get deposited, and immediately we're gonna go ahead and reduce the HELOC balance by simply making a principal payment. And that lowers our interest cost to $1.23, and it continues to stay that way all the way till the next time we get a paycheck of $2,500, further lowering the average daily interest cost, or the daily cost, excuse me. And it stays that way all the way until we make a draw of $500 and another subsequent draw of $3,500, bringing the interest cost up to $1.47 for the remainder 3 days of the month. Now, you might be looking at this and saying, Sam, this is a little unrealistic because who draws, a large sum of money for an expense just one time a month? I mean, I got to go to the grocery shopping last week, next week, and I may have to go put gas in tomorrow. I mean, I'm not going to wait until the end of the month to put my gas in, right? Well, the idea here is that, and this is what most of our clients do, is instead of taking a draw from the line of credit directly, meaning taking the money out for expenses, our clients would instead use a credit card for all their everyday expenses: gas, food, groceries, entertainment, movie theater, dining out, right? They'll use the credit card for that. And at the end of the statement period, the cycle period for the credit card, they would completely pay off the credit card by taking the money out of the HELOC and pay the credit card off completely so that they can take advantage of the interest-free calculation, interest-free period for the next statement cycle. Now, I did another $500 draw here, and that's to demonstrate or show that, yes, there are certain bills, loan payments that you won't be able to use a credit card for. So we're gonna separate that out and just make a separate draw to pay for those other obligations that we won't necessarily be able to use a credit card with. But for the most part, right, gas, food, groceries, a big chunk of our expense can be used by a credit card to pay for those things. And if you are into, points or cashback rewards, those are always great things. Plus, if we're able to avoid paying any interest whatsoever, we're coming out ahead, which is great. And so that setup allows us to delay any kind of draw from the line of credit for those expenses every day. And we're able to take advantage of the interest-free period, make some, cashback rewards and points happen. And we also, at the same time, lower the daily balance on our line of credit, which subsequently leads to only $32 of total interest cost, as opposed to $45 with the mortgage. And this is where the advantage is. So it's not about the interest rate or interest calculation type, simple interest versus amortized, which doesn't exist. It's about the timing and the balance of how the balance is calculated. That makes the HELOC different than a mortgage, okay? Yes, both are a form of debt. Yes, it may seem like you're borrowing from Paul to pay Peter. It may feel like it, but a HELOC and a mortgage are two different types of debt. It's not apples to apples. It's apples to oranges, okay? Yes, both incur interest. They may behave. They will both cost you money. But if I were to choose between a HELOC versus a mortgage, and if I'm able to take advantage by lowering the average daily balance as much as I can every single month, then I would choose the HELOC all day long. Now, there can be a point where if the interest rate is too high on the HELOC, then it could cancel or offset the benefit. But if they're relatively the same or they're within the ballpark, the HELOC can beat a mortgage when it comes to saving money and time in paying off your mortgage as fast as possible. Okay, remember, same starting balance, same ending balance, total interest cost is totally different. So here we go. If I were to give you a side-by-side comparison, the right side is the HELOC using the accelerated payoff concept, okay? Because if you don't use the concept and if you just treat the HELOC like a mortgage, it could cost you more money. That's true. On the left side of the screen is the mortgage, okay? Pretty traditional, vanilla interest calculation, $45. So that represents approximately 26% savings with the HELOC in terms of the interest cost. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, right? It's not a big amount that you're saving for this particular month. But by saving that money and taking that money and rolling it over to the next month's principal reduction, it does have a little bit of a compounding effect over time, as the little you save now grows into more savings tomorrow or the next month, even more savings subsequently, and it just keeps snowballing until more and more of your cash flow is going towards principal reduction for both the HELOC and the mortgage. So friends, yes, there is a difference between a mortgage and a HELOC. Don't be fooled by other videos and YouTube content creators that may say otherwise, okay? You can fact check me. I've been doing this for almost 9-10 years. You can always fact check me, okay? You can always fact check me. Okay, I've done my research for the last decade, okay? And I've had a lot of questions asked about the difference. I've been challenged many times by different people as well. And every time, right, I show them the math. I show them the definition. Average daily balance, monthly balance, get different result depending on how you use the tool. All right. Now, some of you might say, well, Sam, mortgages also use daily interest. Some mortgages do. They're very rare, at least here in the United States. Most conventional mortgages that most people get today are going to be monthly interest. Okay. Most mortgages do not use daily interest. All right, again, fact check me that too. So as you're doing the research to compare the benefits, even paying extra or bi-weekly payments to the mortgage, you might be wondering which one's better. I have all sorts of videos that talk about doing bi-weekly payments to the mortgage versus using a HELOC under the accelerated payoff concept. Which one's better? Extra payment versus HELOC, which one's better? I have several videos that cover various videos and topics, so definitely check it out. I have some resources in the video description below, including a calculator, which you just plug your numbers and the calculator will estimate how much money and time you could potentially save using the accelerated payoff concept. And there's other training webinars. If you wanna schedule a call with us, you'll be able to do that down below as well. So with that said, I hope this video was helpful to you in terms of understanding the difference between a mortgage and a HELOC in terms of the interest calculation and how they're different. Both use simple interest, but it's about the balance. So be sure to subscribe, leave a like for the algorithm, and leave your questions down below because I often do create videos out of your questions and I will do my best to answer every one of those comments down below. So we'll see you in the next video. Take care.